I found out my husband has been making life decisions based on his ex's unaliving note. Background on my husband, 34 male. He was a fat, lonely kid, often bullied, no friends, and then he met Maya, his first and only friend. Like my husband, Maya was also a misfit, came from a dysfunctional family, and they became best friends. When they were 15, Maya was gang raped by her stepsister's boyfriend and classmates. She was badly injured and was in a coma for 2 weeks. The Grapists, as they were minor, weren't jailed, I believe. They got out with minor punishments. This is the story I have heard from my husband and my in laws. Maya unalived herself right after she woke up and wrote only one letter of goodbye, which was addressed to my husband. I had never read this letter as I wanted to preserve his privacy, and it always felt too personal. On to my story. I have been noticing weird things about my husband for a while. One, we had our first baby when we were 27. I wanted to wait a little before our second, but my husband wanted one when he turned 30. He would mumble things like, "It has to be 30. It should be at 30." Two, at 30, I had my second kid, a girl, named her Maya, and now I often find him hugging her and crying, asking an infant if he is doing a good job at being a father. Three, we have to go on yearly vacations. Even when our kids were babies and we were busy, he forced us on vacations. Four, now that he's turning 35, he insists we buy a bigger house. Again, he keeps mumbling, "The house is at 35." Well, I read the letter. It was laminated and filed. He keeps it in the safe along with other IMP docs such as house property, etc. It was a very sweet letter. Basically thanked him for being there for her, and then she concluded it with wishing he lives this perfect life. Life where he graduates at 24, marries at 26, has babies at 27 and 30, moves to a big house at 35, and always goes on a fancy vacation, ending with him being 90, reading stories to his grandkids. She also tells him to be a good father and husband. If he ever gets tired, she wants him to think for her suffering because of her family. Now that I have read everything and know that my husband has been planning his entire life based on that letter, it feels so weird. I had to tell someone. I have a feeling that he took this a little bit more literally than she would have wanted. Like, I don't think that, in my opinion, she would be like, disappointed if he didn't reach those milestones. I assume that she just was like, I hope you have, a marriage by the time you're 26 and a baby by the time you're 27, not like you need to do this or I'll be disappointed in you.